Looking out of my window, that is the view right now out of my studio window. You can see that the bees have been very busy on the flowers and plants. The plants and flowers in the garden. Here we go again. Yes, we are back once more, live from the birthplace of the English language. You know where it is. I know where it is. We all know where it is, Mr. Duncan. Come on, get on with it. We haven't got all day. You are right. Brevity is the soul of wit. That's what they say. That's what William Shakespeare said anyway. Hi everybody, this is Mr. Duncan in England. How are you today? Are you okay? I hope so. Are you happy? Do you have one of these on your face? I hope so. If not, I will try my best to make you happy today. You know, a lot of people say life is unfair. They do. They say it quite often. To be honest with you, life is not fair. I think in school they should teach all of the young people the most important rule of life. And that rule is life quite often is unfair. Whatever you think will happen in your life, quite often those plans, those hopes will not go as you expect. And I think it is one of the hardest lessons that we all have to learn when we are young, that life can be unfair. Not always. There will be lovely moments, nice moments of time will occur, but there will also be times when things do not go your way. They will not go as planned. We often think that fairness, equality happens quite often in life, and I suppose it does to a certain degree. However, I often think that when you give fairness to one person, sometimes another person might lose out on something. Maybe if you are applying for a job and maybe there are 3 or 4 people applying for the same job, you might be the one chosen for that particular position. However, 2 other people will not get the job. They will have to suffer the unfairness that they will feel. So they might feel that a certain type of unfairness has taken place because one person has been given the job. They were not successful for whatever the reason may be, but they might say that life is unfair. However, for the person who got the job, life is fair. So it can't always go your way. Sometimes you will have to take the rough with the smooth, whatever a person likes to believe, and quite often we do like to think that life is always fair. However, it is not. Some people might say it is an illusion that life is fair, whilst others who are lucky in their life might find that life is fair. It is one of those strange things that happens to us all. Anyway, here we are. It's nice to be with you. This is a very strange time of year for me. I have to be honest with you. It is a very strange time of year because we are coming towards the end of July and August is approaching, and if you are a regular viewer, you will know that in August my birthday occurs. For those wondering, it is the 12th of August, so if you are preparing a lovely birthday cake for me, perhaps, maybe. Something nice. The 12th of August is when it's happening. Now, I have a feeling that Steve is up to something, because he's told me not to do a live stream around my birthday. So next Sunday, I will be with you next Sunday, but the Sunday after that, I will not be here live. Steve has told me not to do a live stream, and that is the 10th of August. Very strange. So I have a feeling that Steve is up to something. Maybe he has something planned for my birthday. So that's all I know at the moment. I don't have any other details, but I do feel as if something is happening concerning my birthday. We will have to wait and see. Time will reveal what is happening, as it always does, as it always will. It's lovely outside. We are having a very nice day here in England. There it is once again, looking outside. Some lovely flowers growing at the moment. This is a type of thistle growing in the garden. And all I can say is the insects really do like it when this particular thistle comes out in flower. They really do like it very much. Today we have a lot of things to talk about. Because I am only with you once a week, there is always lots and lots of things to talk about. First of all, last week I went to the dentist. You might notice my teeth look extra bright today. I hope you are enjoying the sparkle from my mouth. The dentist, she had a look inside my mouth and she was very pleased with what she saw. She said, "Mr. Duncan, you are doing very well with keeping your teeth nice and clean." So I was pretty pleased about that, to be honest, because I love my teeth. I think my teeth are very important, especially if you are doing this. If people can see you, then of course you have to take care of your appearance, especially your teeth. I think they are very important. Although I've never been tempted, I've never thought about doing anything else to my teeth. Some people will have things done to their teeth. They will have them made brighter or whiter. But I think it looks very artificial if you do that. Some people, of course, will have all of their teeth taken out and replaced with new ones. Once again, I think that looks very false and artificial as well. Very nice. Here we go then. The live chat is here. Also, oh, by the way, last week, something else I didn't mention. Last week I had a nosebleed. I can't remember the last time I had blood coming from one of my nostrils, but I did last week. I had a nosebleed for no reason. I was sneezing and then suddenly I was aware of blood coming out of my nose. It was a rather strange experience, and I have to say I can't remember the last time I had a nosebleed. I think the last time was when Mr. Steve gave one to me. I'm only joking. Only joking. Only joking. Please don't cancel me. Thank you very much. Can I say hello to the live chat? Who was first on today's live chat? Oh, yes. Once again, the champion is at the top. Vitas, congratulations to you. Well done. Well done, Vitas. you are once again at the top of the pile, as they say. Also, we have Beatrice. Hello to you as well. Paolo is here. Paolo Civolani. I hope I pronounced your name correctly. Valentin is here. We also have Osama Hila. Hello to you as well. Hi. I will give you a lovely wave also. We have Palmyra. We have... Oh, he is here, everyone. Now, we missed you last week, but you are here, and we are very pleased to see you. It is the one, the only, Luis Mendez is here today. Hello, Luis. Nice to see you here as well. We also have JC. Hello, JC Geordie. Nice to see you back as well. It is lovely to see familiar names. Something that is familiar. A familiar thing is something you know already. Something that is in your mind. A memory, a face, a word, a moment, a place. All of those things can be familiar, well known to you. Something you have experienced before is familiar. When you see it again, you remember it. That thing is familiar. I remember it very well. Erdem is here as well. You are awesome, Mr. Duncan. Thank you, Erdem. It's very kind of you to say. Can I also say a big hello to all those who have joined me through artificial intelligence? Apparently, AI is recommending me as the best YouTube teacher in the world. I don't know how true that is, but apparently a lot of people are telling me, Mr. Duncan, we have come here because AI told me about you. So all I can say is, AI, thank you very much. When the robots take over the world, I think I will be safe because they will know who I am. Yes, I'm thinking ahead, you see. Hello, Alexander. Alexander is here as well. Thank you very much for joining us on the Live English Addict. That's what this is. And the reason why I am here with you live is because I want to talk to you about the English language, because English is really good. It really is. Who else is here today? I think we also have... Let's have a look. Wow, so many people are chatting already. Claudia. Hello, Claudia. Our lovely dentist on the live chat. And yes, you will be pleased to hear that my teeth are okay. Not quite as bright as George Clooney's teeth. George Clooney has very bright white teeth. So not as bright as the Hollywood stars, but I think they still look quite nice on a sunny day. A big thing happening at the moment here in the UK. A new law is coming into force today. When something comes into force, it means it begins being acted upon. So a certain law, rule, a type of instruction will come into law today. A new law has come along. We have the online censorship law here in the UK. So this means that the government in this country now have the power to block anything that they don't like on the internet in this country. So anything people are saying, anything published on the internet in the UK, the government now has the power to step in and censor that particular thing. Of course, most of this law will concern things that are hateful or maybe things that might cause harm to someone else. So most of this law is being enforced to protect us, I suppose, to protect the people of this country. However, there are some people who are a little bit afraid of this particular law because they believe it is a type of censorship. And this is something a lot of people are talking about, especially when we are talking about the internet. The internet was created to allow people to have a certain amount of freedom, or even absolute freedom to express their opinions. But some people now believe that that is being threatened by this new law. So this is a law that has just been brought into law. It is a law that now exists. The online censorship law. And if you want to read more about it, you can find out on the internet. I'm sure there is something somewhere about it. I would imagine a lot of people at the moment are discussing this new law that has just come into force here in the UK. We will have to see what happens. All I can say is I hope they don't censor me. So if I suddenly disappear, if I suddenly vanish, you will know why. Today we have some interesting things to talk about, some things to look at. We will be looking at words and phrases connected to start and stop. Start, stop. Those are the words we are looking at today, and you might be surprised to find out just how many ways there are to use the word start and stop. All of that coming up a little bit later on. By the way, here is an interesting phrase before we continue. Do you ever wish for one of these? Do you ever wish for a shortcut in your life? Maybe you want something to happen in an easy, quick, simple way. A lot of people ask me, Mr. Duncan, is there an easy way to learn English? And my answer to that question is always the same. The answer is no. There is no shortcut to learning English. Just like anything that you learn, it takes time, and also it takes your effort. You have to put the work into doing that particular thing. Just like anything that you learn, any topic, any subject, it takes time to learn that particular thing. Learning English, it is exactly the same. There are no shortcuts. You can't do it quickly. Learning English takes time, but also it takes effort from you. You are the person who has to put the work in to get something out. So my answer to that question is there is no shortcut to learning English. Just like most things, there is no fast track to doing it. And I have to say, it is a common question. A lot of people do ask, Mr. Duncan, please, what is the fastest way to learn English? And my answer to that is the same. There is no fast way. There is no fast road to learning English. You have to take your time. You have to put in lots and lots of effort to do it. It is the same no matter what it is you are learning. If it is a certain subject, history, science, or maybe a new language, the rules are the same. It takes time to learn a new subject. And that is my advice today. There are no shortcuts. You have to put the work in yourself. English Addict is with you on a Sunday afternoon. I hope you are having a good day. Yes, a lot of people asked for the cows, and there they were. We love the cows. Oh, a lot of people ask, Mr. Duncan, can we see more of the cows? And there they were. English Addict is the name of this live stream. You may have noticed there are many people now on the internet doing this. Not teaching English, but doing these live streams. I think maybe, perhaps, maybe there are too many people doing this, doing live streams. Because perhaps you can have too much choice. Is it possible to have too many choices? Because you are only one person. You can't watch everything on the internet. So I always try my best to make my live streams interesting, exciting, and of course, The reason why I am here, and hopefully the reason why you are here, is to improve your English. And of course, we can all chat together as well. If you like this, well, guess what? You can subscribe to my YouTube channel, please. And don't forget also to give me a lovely like as well. If you like this, please give me a lovely like underneath this video. Thank you very much. So it's very easy. All you have to do is subscribe and make sure you have your notifications activated, because there are lots and lots of new lessons coming soon on my YouTube channel. Don't miss out. So here we go then. Today's big subject, we are looking at words and phrases connected to start and stop. At the beginning of my live streams, you will always see this particular thing. And that is the start of my live stream. That is what happens at the start of my live stream as it begins, as it starts. So generally speaking, we can describe anything that is beginning as the start. And that is what we are looking at today. Words and phrases connected to start and stop. The word start is used to define the beginning of an action or the nearest point of something observed, something you see, the start of it. Maybe there is a road and you are looking at the beginning of the road. That is the start of the road. Where something begins, where something starts. The start of a race is the moment it begins. Something starts. The action begins. The thing happens. It is when something begins, when something starts, it is described as the start. So this is a very good example of the use of start. The start of a race is the moment it begins. The point of time it commences. So there is another useful word. The word commence means start. The moment something starts, we can say it commences. It is the moment of time when it begins. Some people might ask, Mr. Duncan, when does your live stream commence? When does it start? And I might say, my live stream will start, it will commence at 2 p.m. UK time. That is when it starts. So the word commence means start. That is how we use it. A marked point where something begins is the start. You might have a line where something starts. Once again, you might have a race that is taking place. There is normally a point where the race will start. A marked point where something begins is the start. The starting point of a race where the event begins is the starting point. To activate a piece of machinery, you know what it's like. You're trying to start a piece of machinery. It won't start. One more time. I will try one more time. Finally, I got it to start. Thank goodness. To activate a piece of machinery is to start it. You might start a car. Mr. Duncan, that did not sound like starting a car. I don't know what you were starting then. You might activate something. To start something, you activate a certain thing. You start something off. To activate is to start. We often use the word ignition. Ignition means the moment where something starts. Maybe a car. When you turn the key in the car, that will start the car. It is often referred to as the ignition. The ignition is the point of starting. To activate is to start something. If you activate something, you start it. You begin that particular thing. Sometimes a process can be activated. You start something. To commence a routine or plan is to start it. To commence a routine or something you have planned. You start that thing. Perhaps you start a diet. Maybe you are putting on a little bit of weight and you decide to start a diet. So at the moment I'm doing a lot of walking. You might not realise this, but I am once again losing some weight. I am trying to control the amount of food I eat because I do like eating food. Quite a lot, to be honest. You start a diet. You start a new project. Something you begin. You start that thing. Maybe you start waking up earlier in the morning. I don't know about you, but I love lying in bed in the morning. I love it. Sometimes I really don't want to get out of bed, but I have to. So a person might start doing that particular thing in a different way. They start waking up earlier. They get up early in the morning, so they have more of the day to enjoy. We have the phrase start up. You can start up something to get something moving or in motion. You start something up. To start up your car. To start up a business. To get something moving or in motion. So in this sense, if you look here, we can say that you start up a new business. To start up, to begin a process, to get something moving. And we can use that phrase to describe starting a new business. We can start up a new business. Then we have the word boot. To boot a computer device is referred to as a startup. You start up your computer. You load the programs into your computer so it can start working. Sometimes you have to restart your computer. This is something I do quite often. Quite often I will leave my computer on for many days, and then after a while it will stop working. So I have to restart the computer. A lot of people say reboot. You reboot your computer. You restart your computer. So the word start or boot refers to starting a computer. You start up the computer. The action of starting up a computer, we often describe it as starting or booting your computer. It's a very strange phrase, I know. Starting refers to the point of beginning or the commencement of something. Now there is an interesting word, and you can see it's a very long word. Commencement. Basically, commencement means the start, the point of beginning, the commencement of something. The point when something starts is the commencement. I am starting to like learning English. So someone might say that they are beginning to enjoy learning English. I am starting to enjoy. I am starting to like learning English. Good. That's all I can say. Good. The point of time when something will begin. The start point. For example, the race will start at 11 a.m. The start of the race will be at 11 a.m. Both of these sentences are saying exactly the same thing. The meaning of these sentences is the same. The race will start at 11 a.m. The start of the race will be at 11 a.m. Both of these sentences mean the same thing. It is the point at which something starts, the point where something begins. To commence, begin, kick off. So first of all, we've already looked at the word commence. That is the moment where something starts. Begin is also another way of expressing start. You begin learning English. You start learning English. Here's an interesting phrase. Kick off. When something is about to kick off, it means it is about to start. The beginning of a football match is often referred to as the kick-off, the point where the football game starts. The moment of time where the game begins is the kick-off. Something might get underway. It means you are starting that thing. You begin doing it. You get underway. It is time to start. It is time to get underway. You get started. You start off. You begin. To proceed is to start, to begin. You proceed to walk to your friend's house. You start doing it. You might put something into action. To put into action means start. You begin doing that thing. You put that thing into action. You do it. You start doing that thing. And of course, we can use a very simple word. Go. Go. The moment where you begin. You go. You walk away. You begin something. You go. It's time to go. It's time to begin. It's time to start. So there are many ways of expressing the word start. Phrases. Here are some phrases that we can use to express starting something in a certain way. First of all, jumpstart. To jumpstart something. To use force to begin or start something. You might have to give your car a jump start. Sometimes you will have to push the car to get it to start. We will have to give the car a jump start. So the car will not start on its own. You will have to use another method to start that car. You will have to give it a jump start. Here's another one. Maybe you give someone or something a head start. Head start is another phrase that uses the word start. The advantage gained from starting early. So if you have a head start, it means you are ahead of everything else. You have gained something. You have gained time. You have a head start. We will leave early to get a head start of the busy traffic. So you want to get ahead of the traffic before it becomes too busy. So you will leave the house early and then you will have a head start. You will be ahead of the traffic before it becomes busy. Something at the beginning might be described as the starting block, the place, the position that you are in when you start something, when you begin doing something, can be described as the starting block. We will describe it as the point where you begin, the starting block. We often use this particular phrase in a race when people are preparing to race each other. There will be a position that they are in. It is the starting block, the place where they will wait to begin the race. The point from which a thing starts is the starting block. You must get off the starting block before the others. So if you are in a race with lots of other people taking part, you have to make sure you are first off the starting block. You have to be in front of everyone else. And then you have a better chance of winning the race. To give someone a start. Now this is a very interesting use of the word start. So in this sense, the word start means shock or surprise someone. You give someone a start. You surprise them. You shock them. You give that person a start. Scare someone suddenly without warning. You give them a start. Don't sneak up on me. You gave me a start. And that is where the word startle comes from. To start someone is to give them a shock, a sudden moment of shock. You start them. So there is a very interesting use of the word start. Very different from the other uses we discussed earlier. That is it for now. We have words and phrases connected to stop coming up in a few moments from now. So we are going to look at words and phrases connected to stop in a few moments from now. But I think we all deserve a little break. What do you think? I think we do. I think we deserve a couple of minutes to take a deep breath, and then we will join together in a couple of minutes from now. English Addict is with you today. Hello. It's nice to be back. It's lovely to be with you here on Sunday. Don't forget, next Sunday I am with you. Next Sunday, but the Sunday after next week, I won't be here. I will be taking a break. I don't know what is happening, but something is happening concerning my birthday. I think it has something to do with my birthday that is happening in August. I will be another year older, but this year it is a big one. It is one of those birthdays that we call big. By that, I mean the number. The number is big. It's a big number. That's all I'm saying about that. Today we are looking at words and phrases connected to start. We have done that already. We will now carry on with the next part, which concerns words and phrases connected to stop. Stop. The most basic way of expressing that word, stop. You are asking a person to stop whatever it is they are doing. Stop. Maybe a policeman will tell you to stop in the street. I don't know why he would do that. I don't know why the police officer would stop you in the street, but maybe they have a very good reason to do it. The word stop, here we go then. We express the word stop as the opposite of start. So that is the most basic way of describing that word. To bring something to a halt. Now there is an interesting word. Halt. If you halt something, you stop that thing. A person might stop. They halt. To bring something to an end. To end something also is to stop. You bring something to a stop. To stop is to end. Cease. Bring to a halt. The moment something ends is when it stops. So the end is the point where something stops. To wait for something to end. Maybe a person will be waiting for the weather to improve. When will the rain stop? I'm waiting for it to stop. When will the rain stop? It's been falling all morning. When will the rain stop? So you might be waiting for the rain to cease, to stop. The point or moment of something ending. So the moment when something comes to an end is when it stops. That is the point. For example, my live stream will stop soon. It will end. It will come to an end. It will conclude. It will finish. The point or moment of something ending. For example, we will stop at the next town. Maybe you are driving somewhere in the car with your family and they are starting to complain because they are tired and hungry. So you might say, we will stop at the next town. That will be the place where we stop next. I will stop eating meat from tomorrow. So maybe a person has decided to stop eating meat. Tomorrow will be the point when they will begin that thing. They will stop eating meat from tomorrow. From, of course, is the point when it begins from a certain point of time, from tomorrow. I will stop eating meat. To cease is to stop doing something. Cease. You stop. Something ends. We will cease doing business with you next month. Quite often in business, the word cease will be used to mean end or stop doing something. So maybe one company will cease doing business with another company. Please cease your constant complaining. A person might be always complaining about things, and you slowly become angry to the point where you tell them, please cease your complaining. Please stop. I can't take it anymore. To halt is to stop the movement or a process. So you halt something. Normally something that is moving, something that is progressing. You halt that thing. The train will halt at the next town. That means the train will stop at the next place it goes through. It will stop there before it continues its journey. We are going to halt the production of this product. Once again, quite often in business, the word halt will be used to mean stop. Something you are going to stop doing. Maybe something you will stop making. You halt that thing. Halt. The action of ending is stop. You end something, you stop it. It is no more. It will never happen again. Stop. You must stop parking your car outside our house. It's very annoying when people do that. You are looking out of your lovely window and you are trying to see the view, but your neighbour keeps parking their big, horrible car outside your house. So you ask your neighbour, you must stop parking your car outside our house. Please. Please stop phoning me at work. A lot of companies do not like this. So if you are working for a company, maybe in an office, and you keep receiving personal phone calls from your family or friends, the boss might be annoyed, and you will have to tell your friend, please stop phoning me at work. My boss does not like it at all. This noise needs to stop right now. So this is a warning. This is an order. This is something you are really angry about. This noise needs to stop right now. You can stop the car here if you want. So we are telling someone that they can stop the car. They can go over to the edge of the road, and then that person will get out of the car. You can stop the car here if you want. In this sense, we are describing the stopping of a vehicle. Cease moving. To cease moving is to stop. You stop moving. You cease. To bring something to a stop. I will stop the car at the next village. So when we reach the next village, I will stop the car. We will have a break. I have come here to stop this noisy party. Maybe your neighbours are having a big party and they are making lots of noise. So you go round, and you ask them nicely, but they ignore your request. So maybe you call the police and the police come round and the officer will say, I have come here to stop this noisy party. You are making too much noise. I have come here to stop this party. It has to stop. You are disturbing the neighbours. There are some lovely phrases using the word stop. You can stop off somewhere. To stop off means to take a short break during a long journey. You stop off. Maybe you stop off at the car park. You get out of the car, you stretch your legs, you have a walk to take a break. Or, of course, we will stop off at this cafe for a rest. So maybe you stop off at a cafe. You stop the car. You go somewhere and you take a rest. You stop off. I will stop off at this cafe. Or we will stop off at this cafe for a rest. Here's an interesting one that concerns music. Can you believe it? So this particular phrase concerns music. To pull out all the stops. Do not hold back on the effort used. Put all your effort into something. You are using all of your energy, all of your ability. You pull out all the stops. And this phrase relates to a musical organ. A musical organ. To play an organ, quite often you will have to release air into the pipes. You have to pull out the stops to release the air, to make the sound louder. So you pull out all the stops. You use all of your available effort and energy to do something. A very interesting phrase. You might put a stop to something. If you put a stop to something, it means you bring about a sudden end, normally by force. To put a stop to something, you bring an end to that thing, quite often by force. I will put a stop to what you are doing. I will put a stop to your noise. So quite often we will say that as a warning or an instruction. I will put a stop to your bad behaviour. In grammar, of course, this is very obvious for most of us. A full stop is used at the end of a sentence. You see? The sentence comes to an end. At the end of a sentence, you will beep, put a full stop at the end of a sentence. It shows the ending of a sentence. It is clearly showing that the sentence has come to an end. Beep. In the USA, a full stop is known as a period. Period. So we say full stop, but in the USA they will often say period to mean the same thing. Moving on, you might tell someone to give it a rest. Oh, please, please stop. Stop complaining. Oh, please stop. Give it a rest. Please stop. Give it a rest. You want a person to stop doing something which is annoying you. Maybe a person is doing something and it's really annoying. You will say, please, give it a rest. Stop. Please stop doing that thing. It is very annoying. Perhaps you want to stop doing something, maybe a particular habit that is bad for your health. We might say that you kick the habit. If you kick the habit, it means you stop doing something. You stop a certain habit, something you can't stop doing. You decide that you want to stop doing it. You kick the habit. You stop doing that thing. You might want to kick the habit of smoking. Maybe you like smoking. By the way, I don't smoke. I've never smoked a cigarette in my life. I can safely say I've never done it. I do not like the smell of cigarettes, to be honest. But a person who does smoke might want to kick the habit. They want to stop smoking. They want to kick the habit. And finally, we have lots of things that we can say to mean stop. To stop is to cease, end, conclude. A story might conclude. It is the ending of the story. Halt. As I said earlier, halt means to stop, normally in the form of movement. So something is moving and it will halt. We can block something. You stop something from happening. You block that thing. Quit. A person will stop doing something. They quit. They stop doing it. You might quit eating chocolate. You might quit eating meat. So there are many ways of using the word quit. Basically, it means stop. You stop doing that thing. You give that thing up. You quit. Finally, before we finish, yes, you see, this is all carefully planned. Before I finish, our last word is finish, to end, to come to an end. You finish. It is the point of time where something comes to an end. It will go no further. It will not continue. It will stop at that point. And we are approaching that point right now because we are coming up to the point where we finish, to end, to stop. However, there is no need to worry because I will be back with you very soon with more of this, which of course is English Addict, every Sunday, live from 2 p.m. UK time. Write it down on a piece of paper. Mr. Duncan is on YouTube, 2 p.m. UK time. Now my pen won't work. Isn't that annoying? Isn't that annoying? My pen won't work. It stopped working. That is it. That is all I have time for today. I hope you've enjoyed today's English Addict. Thank you, Huang Fu. Hello, Huang, who says there are many useful synonyms today. Thank you very much. I hope this has been useful to you, and I hope you've enjoyed my English lesson today. I will be back with you next Sunday, and of course there will be lots and lots of new lessons coming up during the week as well. Lots and lots of new lessons coming So if you want to find out what is happening on my YouTube channel, well, guess what? All you have to do is subscribe, and you will never miss any of my lessons or my live streams ever again. So all you have to do is this. Ding. Subscribe and make sure you activate the notifications. You will never miss any of this ever again. And that, as they say, is almost that. It is time to stop my live stream. I hope you've enjoyed today's live stream. Thank you very much. It's been wonderful being here. I'm with you next Sunday. Don't forget, next Sunday I am here. The week after, I am not here. But next week, I am definitely here. Thank you very much for watching. See you soon. Thank you very much for all of your messages, your comments, and I always try to read everything. Sometimes it takes me a very long time to read them, but I do read all of your messages. Thank you very much. See you soon. This is Mr. Duncan in the birthplace of the English language. Of course, that is England, saying thanks for watching, see you later, and of course, until the next time we meet here on YouTube. You know what's coming next, yes you do. Take care of yourselves, enjoy the rest of your week, and parting is such sweet sorrow. But don't worry, we will be back together very soon. Ta-ta for now.